This is pretty incredible. Going from a 77 vote landslide to 200,000 votes and 65% of the vote. My opponent claimed she was going to unify the county. She probably did. She unified the county behind me. So, first of all, I want to thank you. I know I don't get where I am without you. No way. You've been carrying me down this road for a long time. This has been about a 2-year campaign. And your support from all over the county has been amazing. And you made this possible. It's not me. It really isn't. You know, I show up on a flyer. You know, I speak to 50, 100 people at a forum. But it's you, your emails and your letters and your phone calls and your door knocking made this possible. Because you told people why you were supporting me. This is so not like me. Okay, so also I have almost 4,000 donors in the public finance system. It worked. And so I'm telling you right now, some reporter asked me this a week ago. My answer is the same. I ran on public financing this time. I'm running on public financing next time. This is not going to change. 4,000 donors. You got me through the primary with the maximum match, and people said, he's never going to raise this money in the general election. He used up his donors. And I know that a certain candidate was counting on my inability to raise money. Surprise. You all came through again. Another 2,000 people, another maximum match, another ability to put almost $1 million into a campaign. My most expensive campaign ever, I think, was $125,000. And that was enough to come in first in an at-large race. So you made it possible to run a genuine, professional, all on the ground campaign. And I just had amazing help from you. And I gotta tell you, I really appreciate it. Public financing works. Big dollar donors lost. So, yeah, power to the people. There is a reason why I brought Joe Uline up here. Because Joe Uline is a labor musician. And I'm not ashamed or going to apologize now or ever for my support for working people. Never. My father told me when I was a kid that if you put a pile of gold in front of the entrance of a coal mine, not an ounce of gold comes out of that coal mine. Only when human labor goes into the coal mine does anything go out. So everybody at the table, if you're putting in capital, you get a return. You put in labor, you get a return. You get the same respect, you get the same honor, and you get the same sense of value. So I value the people who go to work every day, who make this county work, who serve us our food, who work in the hospitals. I know what side's the right side to be on. I got no shame in that. And you all have been the best ambassadors that I could ever have. Really, you have been my ambassadors, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank a few other people. I want to thank my original campaign staff, which is Ben, Frank, and Karen, who got me through the primary. That was a really difficult race, 6 candidates up against somebody who had $5.6 million. And the worst, I thought then at the time, the worst smear campaign that was possible done by the private, Empower Montgomery, whatever they were. I'm glad they spent the money. Really poor return on investment. And we had a great group of interns, Steve, Rich, Ravita, Ashley, some of you guys are here. You were amazing. And Katie and Carolina, who I've also seen here tonight, you were able to stay on through school and work with the campaign into the general election. I gotta say, I really appreciate what you did. You weren't seasoned professionals, but you were smart as hell, and you knew what to do, and you got the job done, and I really, really appreciate it. I want to thank the folks who worked with me. Claire, who worked on the mailers. Claire's out there somewhere. Marty, who designed it. Marty's not here, so I think she broke her knee. I don't know if she did that. But she is one of the most amazing graphic designers that I've ever known. And her ability to form an image and get a message across was just absolutely instrumental. And between Debbie and Claire working on the mailers, and Debbie, who was my campaign chair, but did so much more. And then there's Dale, who's been with me for God knows how many elections. And Tiffany and Mara, my staff has just been absolutely exemplary. I've been lucky to work with some of the smartest, most committed people, I think, that any council member got to work with. I was able to keep my staff almost through my entire term. There aren't many people who can say that people voted, worked for them the whole time. But that's because we worked together as a team, and I really appreciated the work they did. So now I want to tell you a little bit about how I got here and where we're going. When I worked at the food co-op, I was one of the founders of the food co-op in Silver Spring. We went to a co-op conference in Minneapolis, and we took a side trip and went into Minneapolis. We met with some folks from Acorn. And Acorn was a preeminent community organizing organization, as you know. And I went and met with these folks, and they were talking about politics. And they said that in the last election, they had worked to elect a delegate from Minneapolis, who when he got to the legislature, despite the fact that they provided his ground troops and made his election possible, he said to them, you know, I got lots of interests I have to pay attention to. And so I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to push your agenda. And they were really disappointed. And they said what they took away from that was that it was time to stop electing people who pretend to be your friends and elect people who are from you. People who know what your work is, know what your values are, not people you've got to convince to do the right thing, maybe if you do enough work for them, but to do the right thing because they know what the right thing is to do. And I took that message seriously, and I went back, I got elected to the Tacoma Park City Council, I got elected to the County Council. I've always seen myself, frankly, as an activist, always. I'm always a community member, and I'm always an activist. I'm always doing your work. I was never willing to transition to be the politician who's detached from the day-to-day struggles and had somehow to think about all these other things. I have to think about you. And I have tried to spend my time on the county council thinking about you, working for you, being your representative, and thinking about this as what would an activist do if they were trying to lead this county forward. And I'm proud of the work I've done, and I'm really proud of the people I've been able to work with. And I think it's meant a lot to me to be able to stay true to what I want to be and what I believe I should be. And without your encouragement, your support and everything, I think that would have been a really difficult path. So I really want to thank you. So now I'm going to tell you what I want to do with this county, what's important to me. One is, that we declared a climate emergency. My friend Tom Hucker, we took the lead on saying by 2035, we were going to get to greenhouse gas emissions at zero. And oh, by the way, we want to shut down the incinerator. I know this is going to be difficult, but if we had set a modest goal, a really easily achievable goal, we would have achieved it. And we didn't set our work's done. We set a goal, we met it. I know how hard it's going to be to get to zero. We may not get to zero by 2035, but I know that my work will never be done if my goal is zero, that I'll never be able to say that I've accomplished what I set out to do until I get there. And if the climate situation in this country isn't a frickin' emergency, I don't know what is. And the leadership on this is not going to come from Washington. It's not going to come from the state, but it's going to come from Montgomery County. And what we do here is going to be visible beyond the borders of Montgomery County. I want to talk to you about another emergency. It's an emergency that nobody here has mentioned. And, I started high school in 1964. I started school in Montgomery County in 1960. And this was a largely segregated county. And the achievement gap was duly noted when I was in high school, has been duly noted by superintendent after superintendent, county council after county council. And the achievement gap is pretty much today what it was when I started high school. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So as a council member, I've tried to do two things. I've tried to push on minimum wage because I know the more money the parents make, the more stable their households are. The more stable their households, the more stable their children are when they come to school. Because their kids should not bear the burden of the struggles of their parents. Their parents don't know where their rent money's coming from, where their food money's coming from. All that is passed on to the children. And it's hard to tell a kid to sit down, pay attention, do your lesson like a good child. All this other stuff is going on in the background of their heads. So I have focused on housing and income to try to make a difference. And I believe in funding the schools because they've got to have the teachers and the classrooms to do their job. But we had a meeting the other day, and in the meeting, the story was told that 25% of our kids are kindergarten ready. And I said, that's a nice way to say it. Let's say it another way. 75% of our kids aren't ready for kindergarten when they start kindergarten. 75% of our children, and that probably hasn't budged an iota. A little bit here, a little bit there. I am not going to wait for another generation of kids to go through this and to waste their lives and their educational opportunities. We are going to move on early childhood education. We're not going to bite it off in tiny little pieces, so a few hundred kids every year get to have a better chance. We're going to find a way to move this thing forward and make a difference because it's as much of an emergency as the climate is. Wasting the human brain and human potential and not letting these kids have the opportunity to be what they can be is wrong, and we need to commit ourselves to putting an end to it here and now as quickly as we can.